guys, welcome to another beautiful episode of Teachers Gist with WUNMIft, the platform for teachers by teachers. You would agree with me that teachers are passionate geniuses who transform lives significantly. Then in our classes, we have one learner out there that is inattentive in class, chronic noisemaker, disturbing everywhere. On today's episode, we are going to dive into the role of teachers as managers in the classroom. Today I have with me a very beautiful guest, very intelligent, astute, I don't know the adjective to use again, but just join me, welcome Miss Esther Arigidi.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome on the show.
Thank you so
it's
much.
good to have you. So let's dive into this conversation already. How are you doing? I must say you look amazing as always.
Thank you.
So let's run through it this week. Tell us about yourself, your background. Yes, let's go.
All right. So, like you already mentioned, my name is Arigidi Esther. Yeah, and I'm an educator. I've been at this business for over 20 years. Yeah.
Agabola.
Well, as a growing child, my father wanted me to be so many things, but not a teacher. In fact, was thinking he was grooming a medical doctor. Yeah, but as it is, I am a teacher and I will do nothing but teach. Well, because my father wanted me to be a medical doctor, I didn't study education, my first degree. No, yeah. So I actually studied industrial chemistry first degree. And yeah, you know, most of the time when we say JAM does you something. So instead of doing medicine, I ended up studying industrial chemistry, University of Ilorin. And I proceeded to actually study a master's in analytical chemistry, not teaching, right?
Yeah.
But all the while I was a teacher, and to interest you to know that even at that, I've had so many awards like Tutor of the Year, you know, and all of that, even though I didn't study education in the university.
So you kept practicing as a teacher with
yes,
industrial chemistry.
with industrial chemistry. So I was teaching chemistry.
Oh.
Yeah, I was teaching chemistry.
So I want to assume now that the teaching stuff started from your NYSC days. Am I correct?
Not even exactly. It was after NYSC. You know, no, it wasn't because of NYSC, it was after NYSC. So, well, but when I was teaching in school, all my friends, they were teachers and had educational qualification. They said, oh, Miss Esther, you're not a professional. You don't have educational qualification. And so I knew that I must do something. I had to do something. Wow. So I went to, now my third university was UNILAC, where I had my postgraduate diploma in education. Oh. And when I finished, I was going to say, oh, now you can talk on the same. Yeah. And so I went to get my certificate from TRCN, you know, a registered teacher in Nigeria. Wow. You know, and then presently I'm actually running a second master's, but right now in measurement and evaluation in education. You know, so I've always told, I've been in the classroom for 20 years. And people will say, no, but you don't go to chemistry, you can go to the company, you can go to, you know, companies where they're producing drugs. And I say, look, I can't but teach. I've tried, but I just see myself teaching actually throughout the whole week, 7 days a week, because on Saturdays I teach in church, on Sunday I sit in church. So
wow,
just about my life is just teach.
It's beautiful to know. So okay, I'll just ask that at what point did everything change for you and you feel okay, this is it for me?
Okay, so and I served in the northern part of Nigeria. And another part of Nigeria, I served with the girls, and then I saw that there was a gap. There was a gap somewhere, and every time I see a child, let me say a learner, transform from seemingly not being smart to being smart, it gives me satisfaction, and it's one of the things that keeps me going. You know, that pat on the back, that child giving me a paper in my hand and saying, "Thank you for teaching me today." You know, the child is just like, you know, I just see that, what's this paper, and I open it, and then I knew that I was satisfied. It gave me satisfaction. So by the time I came back to, I spent like 6 years in the north running my masters and all of that. When I came to Lagos, you know, and I just knew that, look, I saw children, I saw myself reading people that are better than I am. So for me, I knew that, look, Esther, this is you. Any other thing wasn't just settling in. I bet could not just contain going to a company to go and work because it's so industrial chemistry. It wasn't just settling in. So I just know that, look, this is it, Esther, the teacher, and just stay at it.
Wow, it's amazing to see that right now you're not just somebody that went through school studying industrial chemistry. You also did what was necessary, taking the professional training to become a certified teacher. And I think this is what we are missing out somewhere. There are a lot of people, you didn't study anything that has to do with education, but then you're just there because you think, oh, it's my thing and all that. So there's a place for that, having been certified. You have to be a registered teacher to be able to practice professionally. So I'm going to ask this. You were a brilliant daughter. Oh, let me say where or you are. You are still a brilliant, but then you were a brilliant daughter to your dad back then. How did he take it that you did not end up being a doctor?
Well, let me say that it's my elder brother is a medical doctor. So when dad was training, he went out of his way to buy all the books that he could for my elder brother because he felt he was buying books for two. And I went to a federal school, pre-nated, those days, and I'll always come first when I miss the whole crowd, and so everybody was thinking, I know she's going to be a medical doctor. Do you understand? So if I told my father that I was going to be a teacher, he would be like, hey, my baby transports me. So for my dad, but the thing is that, you see, who says teachers are not supposed to be the most brilliant set of people? Tell me.
I was going to say that.
I mean,
we have to talk about that.
Yeah, I think it's just situation in Nigeria, and I'm hoping
the best should actually be the teachers. The best should actually be the teachers.
So I'm hoping that the narrative will change in our country such that people will not see teaching as something that is just by the way, a secondary thing. We should be in the forefront. Do you understand? So it should be a crop of really intelligent people that should be teaching our children. Do you understand? So for me, well, now my father is very okay with it. Everybody knows that teaching is
everybody is proud of you.
The
only one teacher in the family. That kind of thing.
When they need to make decisions about education, I'll say, call Esther, my friends, everybody's like, whatever Esther says, Esther, what do you think, and all of that, And so it's interesting. So for now, my father, of course, only that just take next time, just get more education, come and be a doctor somewhere, go to school and all of that. But he has come to terms with my being a teacher, and he's proud of me.
Wow, this is really inspiring, and we're so glad that you followed through that path and you're changing the narrative. Because I was going to say that also, that initially when we started this, we noticed that a lot of people get into the teaching profession because they were bounced in one particular course, then they feel, oh, education, what's there, let's just, or some people is just like, oh, a walkover before I get something better. But like you rightly said, the best people, the best students should actually be the one taking care of our children or teaching our children. Thank you so much for your decision, and thank God that Daddy, everyone is proud of you today. And now you are more like a consultant for your own family, which is very profound. I like it right now when people say that, oh, you are the teacher, you are the teacher. Ask. More like you are even more intelligent than the doctor, the accountant, or whatsoever in the family. So today's conversation, ma'am, there's this issue we have in classrooms where right now, that parents are very, very busy. Very understandable also that parents are busy. At least the school fees has to be paid. The bills in the house has to be, taken care of. But now, children are misbehaving. There was a time that was not a thing in the past, where a child or a young learner will look up into the eye of an adult and respond back and all of those things. But then we even have some students or learners that are comfortable and so bold to make noise anyhow in the class. It doesn't matter how many times teachers shout, they don't mind, they just keep talking and talking, and we find out that this thing is not just about maybe the higher level student, but even from the baby class. I wonder sometimes that when I see 3 years old, 4 years old, and they are talking, what are they really listening about? But why that is not bad that they are conversing, the fact that when lectures or lessons are being delivered, there's this child in the class that has this lackadaisical attitude, whatsoever goes, so unbothered and all that. And I think you are one of those teachers that, I don't know how you do it, the no-nonsense teacher. You're cool, you still play with children, but we want to know how you're able to do all of this. I don't know, a lot of teachers get frustrated because of all of this, and some people just leave the children, just leave them, let them be. Their parents will teach them at home. So what are we supposed to do as teachers? I believe teachers are supposed to be managers of all of this. So I want you to help us shed light on that.
But thank you so much, Ms. Lee. Okay, so one of the things I want us to realize is that the set of children, of learners that we're training now, like you rightly said, are totally different from what we used to be. In those days, the teacher was the student, or the teacher was to be reference rather, and you come to class to see the teacher, and without being told, you just know that you have to adjust yourself. But right now, we have children who have spoken, and you know what? I'm excited about it. I think one of the things that we didn't have then was expression. So it's okay that this learners are having expression.
So it's now looking like there's an expression, but there's a miss out on what we have.
Yes. So it is now, how do we manage it?
Okay.
I would say that managing the classroom rises and falls on the shoulders of the teachers. I think so. I think it's all about the teacher. I used to work in a school that the owner of the school would say, look, every child is a reflection of the teacher. Every child is a reflection of the teacher. So he asked me, Miss Esther, I used to tell my learners, there are two sides to Miss Esther. There is that side that you can jump on, Miss Esther, and that's side that when I look at you, you already know what I mean. And you're adjusting yourself. So you begin to wonder that how come I'm the one that will enter the class and they'll keep quiet. Yet I will say there, Miss Esther is my best tutor. What is it? One of the things I would say for a start, if I say another thing, is this statement that is common, but that most teachers do not remember. It is that nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. No learner wants to care how much you know as a teacher until they know how much you care. You see, no child is completely a fool, no matter the background they're coming from. Do you understand? So there is that part of the child that wants to please that teacher, that cares about him or her. So let's come back to it. Number one, as a teacher, does your students see you as intelligent? See, they size us. And that is why I said, teachers should be the most intelligent. Don't come to class and speak your English and it's like this and like this. You're speaking to a child that's coming from the house that is, that speaks good English, and then you come to class as a teacher and then you speak the English upside down and it just goes like, look. So whatever you're saying,
immediately the child becomes,
they size you up.
Uninterested.
So for every tutor in the class, I must say that your first impression in the class matters. That's why we say, look, you must set the ground rules. What is expected in your class? I understand that, you see.
Number two.
Yes. In the class, you have a couple, so many children from different backgrounds. In the same class where you have the child that is unruly, you also have that child that's coming from a very calm home. A home where they've been well greeted, and all of that. But it is your responsibility as a teacher to manage all of those different scenarios and produce a class where effective learning can take place. Because there is no effective learning can take place if your class is noisy, or really behaviors are going on and all of that. So so it is very, no matter how much you know as a teacher, if you don't have a good classroom management, you can never teach effectively. So the question is, we set so many things, also set the ground rules immediately. But you know what? Don't be the lord of the class. Don't set that ground and say, in this class, we don't make noise. In this class, when we come to class, we sit down. In this class, when you come in the morning, you drop your bag, you submit your homework. No. The first meeting with the children, let them know that we can do this business together. This is a boat. We are all rowing this boat together. So what do you think?
That's like the place of the participation of children.
Yes, in reaching even the rules of the class.
Okay.
Then let me the one to say, Miss Esther, but I think that we need to have a class captain who will collect our homework so that we'll not be submitting one after that. You are just sitting down. and just allowing them to make their rules.
Expression. That's still going back to expression.
Yes, allowing them to have expression, but a controlled expression. So remember that this is on the basis of they know you care. I will go back to that again.
Yes, that's number one.
That is fundamental. Whatever they are going to do, let them see that you actually care about them. That child that is struggling in class, that child that is I don't want to use wayward. I'm careful to use that word, but that child that throws tantrums in the class knows that when it comes to the says that she actually cares, that part of that cares. So, and that is very important. So on that basis is when you can ask, okay, what are the rules of this class? And I must say, as a teacher, please don't be biased. Yeah. Sometimes a child will do this, the child gets punished, another child will do the same thing, but because you have a soft spot for that child, you overlook it. You know, they know, they're very sensible. Don't think that, oh, they are still small, they don't know, they do know.
So as a teacher, you also have to understand that your children, your learners are very, very sensible.
They are smart.
Yes.
They're very smart. Like
they have emotions.
And they are watching, they know, they understand, they read in between the lines. So now set your values. Yeah. What are the things we are going to do?
They know when you are also fake.
And yes, they know it. Now you can imagine me as a teacher. I mean, there is a place for professionalism in getting a really, really organized class. You're in class as a teacher and you're on phone, class is going on, oh, keep quiet, and then you're on phone. Forget it. They know you're not reading. And so your class is going to be a noisy class. Yeah. They already see that look, this teacher is not professional. You may think that they're smart. They know you're not supposed to be on call. And you making calls in the class, which is something that we see
I think it's rampant these days. Yeah. You just mentioned now that making calls in the class or being professional has to do with even the use of phone. You know, some people make excuses that, oh, we have our stuff or we present, there's something I presented or I need to show the child, I have my work on. They use that as an excuse to use the phone. But it's a safe place now to say that that's one of the things we have to get rid of. In fact, I'm learning from this one now that part of your planning is keeping your phone aside and be focused on what you have to do in class study. So the children already know that this person is with us, this person is not distracted, we are doing some sort of things together, not like the teacher is somewhere. And it's very common where you see, okay, do this particular exercise 1 to 50, then the teacher is back on the phone, right? And the children do whatsoever they like. So thank you so much. We have really we have really taken in a lot today, but I know there's so much more. Maybe you give us 1 or 2, then we wrap up this particular one.
All right. So and again, what I would also like to say is that, you see, be a part of the class. Don't be the teacher of the class. So when the rules are set and there are consequences for disobeying the rule, when you disobey the rule yourself, accept the punishment. About a set of children that I told them you must speak good English. And when I'm angry, you know, like they've done something, I'm shouting. They go like, Miss Esther, you're not using your diction. Oh, I'm angry, you are saying about diction. And so I calm down, but they're bold enough to tell me, Miss Esther, you're not using your diction. Because I told them that part of the rules. And so when I'm angry, I'm saying, what is that? They're going like, Miss Esther, you're not using your dictionary. How are you angry and you're using diction? Oh, these children. And so automatically I just calm down but they're bold enough to say, Miss Esther, we set the rules and you said they're going to be a part of the rule. So
somehow, sorry, but somehow your rules also help you in managing your own emotions.
Exactly.
Wow. This is mind blowing.
So you know, you like it or not, you just have to manage them. It's an interesting vocation. You know, it's rewarding, it's satisfying for some of us. We will not ask for any other thing but to be able to impact on those lives. So you just have to go all the way. And
I'm very sure that you have learned 1 or 2 things from, in fact not one. You have to watch this video over and over again, and you know, you tap into all of those things she has mentioned. Care for your children, set your ground rules, be part of the rules that you have even made for the class. All of these things are very, very important. And while you are managing your children in that same spot, you're managing the children, you're also managing your own emotions. This is very, very key. This is very, very important. Ms. Esther, I'm going to ask you a very, very interesting question. A lot of people don't really, it's now that we have a lot of people, going into the teaching profession and all that. And thank God you are there already. I want you to, tell somebody out there that still feel this thing, there's nothing in it. Do you think it's rewarding for you? Or what have you been able to do so far with you've taught for over 2 decades. Yeah, and the other time I called you Agbabola, like senior, you are a senior teacher, right? So, but what have you been able to put together with all of this?
Okay.
Our salary is small.
Yes, but let me
so they said.
Let me begin by saying, improve on yourself as a teacher.
Yes, ma'am.
There's so much that you can do if you improve on yourself. Now let me tell you something. Parents are willing to go out of their way to get the best for their children. What are you looking at? But then they want to test the waters. Who am I giving this money to? So as a teacher, please improve on yourself. There is no end to learning. One of the things I say about myself is that I'm an insatiable learner. I keep learning. But people will say, I've never my master's. I feel like, well, my first master was not in education. Now that that this is all that I do, I think I should improve on myself.
Self-development.
So as a teacher, you cannot overemphasize the name of self-development. And please be good. If you are good, you'll be sought after. Do you know that presently, I still have parents who I taught that children long ago, they need to make decisions and they are still calling me. And Mrs. Staples, we need a lesson teacher for our child, and we know that you can't take it now, but please can you recommend somebody for us? Right now, I also go ahead to train teachers in schools. I make money from it. I train teachers in schools, both online and physically. So, but it is out of the wealth of knowledge that I have also gained by learning. So you can name your price if you are good. But you know what? You must be good.
You can name your price if you are good. But you know what? You have to be good.
You can name your price.
Wow.
Well, I just want to say this, though I don't see it as something that you should think about in case it doesn't come. I have a very good teacher who's one of his children is being trained by a parent at the university. And that's because he has put so much into their own children. And interestingly, it was even going to tell the boy to wait for the next session because he couldn't really afford it. And then one of the parents saw him and said, oh, Mr. This, let me not call his name. Mr. This, one of your boy. And I said, oh, it's fine, but we'll wait for next year. He said, not on my watch. Not when I'm here. So please tell him to go and register and all that. The boy is in the final year. The parents actually paid for his education throughout his university. Why? Because the teacher somewhere impacted that particular family. So I want to say that as a teacher, what you just need to do is, you see, just keep doing your best, but keep improving. And don't look at it that, and then raise yourself. I tell teachers that when parents come, let them know that you are the teacher. I will come to your bank to come and tell you what to do with the money in your account or to do with. So you won't actually come to my class and actually tell me too that this is the way I should teach. I am the teacher. I will explain to you and tell you, look, when it comes to this is my profession, I know what it takes. But you see some teachers, they just dance with the parents. And once the parents come and they shout, okay, let's just please pray. No, not when you know what you're doing. It's the way that you place it. And the parents will know that, oh, this one, she knows her onions.
Well, in some cases,
Tell me.
teachers know their onions, but there are policies in some organizations where you're not supposed to, anything the parents brings to the table is all. That's all. When a parent said, oh, this is how you should go, the school just accepts it and all that. Well, what will you say to that?
Well, Ms. Onyiyi, I must say that a school that does that is not a school that is going far. I know that sometimes schools manage parents.
Because there's this popular saying that, oh, it's our customers first, our parents first, anything they say.
Now let me tell you what, you know that parents, they know when the teacher is doing the right thing. I remember there was a time that a parent had an issue with the scores. They did submit someone assignment and I didn't get the score. And so they came to my lab and as soon as I told them, like, oh, it's you. You actually came to fight. And when they saw me, they were like, oh, it's you.
So sorry. So immediately they knew they makes the wrong move.
Exactly. You're not like, oh, Miss Esther, but you didn't. I said, because you didn't do the work. So where am I supposed to get the mark from? Wow. Do you understand? Yeah. So let me tell you, really, a parent that really wants a child to improve, they know the right thing. And so when you bend your rule as a school, they are watching. The time will come when they will take that child from that school. You know, because they want the best for that child. But private child is not doing well. So policies of schools that are good, except a school that is not going far, but most schools that are good, even just that, you know, that's what I'm saying, that as a teacher, even in the midst of the school, have your brand.
Yes.
Have your own brand.
Yes.
It's not every teacher that the parents will go and report to the school authority, but probably when you know you are good, you know your work is okay, you are marking, you are doing all of that, you are doing the right thing, they won't necessarily go and report you.
Wow, Miss Esther, we have learned so much today. I think you should come back on the show because we can't really exhaust your wealth of more today. Are so intelligent, and I must applaud you. Thank you. We have learned so much, and teachers out there, you know, I don't even have to say too much today. She has told us a lot of things, and all that we need to do to even improve ourselves. If you want to make more money, just press the repeat, like rewind and play. We hear a lot of things that she has said already, right? And all of these things are going to help us to become better persons, and even in the society, you know, right now we have teachers, we don't have coward teachers again, you know, we have teachers that know what they are doing, and right now just take your place and, you know, start ruling the world and enjoying life in itself right now, because there's a lot for you to enjoy, there's a lot for you to even explore in the teaching industry. So Miss Esther, the last one right now is this. Right now, what will you say also to somebody out there, a teacher that feel, oh, I'm frustrated, it's not this teaching thing for me, I'm just so frustrated, I'm not well paid. I know you have mentioned some, but I think I just wanted to emphasize on that. Okay.
So the question is, are you actually supposed to be a teacher? If you have told yourself, that this is my passion, the passion will pay off one day. I want you to just keep at what you are doing. However, don't forget to always improve for yourself and connect. Connect. There is more to teaching than some of us know. You know, if you're teaching online, you can add that to it. There are extra sources of income apart from the school where you are right now. So the thing is connect. If you connect, you see that the horizon, it's a wide horizon, you know, it's so wide. There's so many ways that you can make money. But you need to connect, go to the internet, Google, how can I make money as a teacher? You will find out that there are so many ways that you can. Some people are teaching in the privacy of their home, they're teaching even people outside Nigeria English as a second language, and are making a lot of money in dollars, you know. So get out of your comfort zone. That's the first thing I would say. Get out of your comfort zone, ask questions, check the internet. The word is, you know, is at the sole of your feet, at your feet. You can do so much as a teacher. You can video, you can travel abroad, go and have your vacations. I have my vacations sometimes out of Nigeria, so nothing stops you. There is nothing that says because you're a teacher. The scripture says whatever your hands finds to be said will prosper in it. So
raise your shoulder.
Like that's it.
Raise your shoulder.
I'm always proud to say that.
Like the successful teacher that you are.
Yes.
So there's a lot you can do out there, and don't forget that you have a whole lot like in front of you already. So harness everything, harness every opportunity. And she's mentioned something, connect. Very, very important. Miss Esther, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
You know, I love the fact that you are one of the impact makers that we have in the world. Let's say in the world, yes. Thank you so much for impacting life. I don't think a child will go through your class and the child will have a forgettable moment being in your class, or maybe going through your class. And this is what you are not only helping the children now, but taking it to the next level of actually training teachers is a big one. So everybody also can get some of the results you have gotten in, you know, your journey as a professional. Thank you so much. And as TEACHERSGIST here, I don't know why we why we even came together to do all of this, but I feel for teachers out there, you have done so much, and there's this old saying that teachers' reward is in heaven. At least your thank you should not be in heaven. You shouldn't wait for angels to tell you thank you. if we can actually say it right here on earth. So that's why we are saying to you that thank you for all that you have done for our children. Thank you for impacting life. You know, there is, no matter what you have today, you have cars, a fleet of cars, houses everywhere, and children all around the world are not trained, or somebody is not impacted, the young ones. All of those things can actually go away one day too, because you see children that are not trained, they end up being, you know, the gangsters and all of those things on the streets. But thank you, because the little effort, you're not even little now, the effort, the big effort you're putting into the education industry is paying off, and our children, our nation is safe because somebody like you is there to stand up for the children, to teach the children to do the right thing. So on behalf of myself and my team, TEACHERSGIST team, all we do is celebrate teachers and say we thank you for all that you have done. We really appreciate you. This is a token of our love to you. When you see this, when you see whatsoever is there, just remember that somewhere, somehow, some group of people, our community, we are saying thank you to you for all that you have done. So thanks for coming on the show, ma'am.
Thank you.
So I hope you have learned one or two things today. I told you before that on TEACHERSGIST platform, you learn and learn and learn and learn. There's something to learn. So it's been a great day today. Follow us on Instagram at TEACHERSGIST with WUNMIFT, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for all our videos, all our sessions. It's free. So thank you for joining us today, and right now we want to say bye bye.